They don't need to block you, to delete you. You cannot tempt them with chaos when they have already made peace with solitude.
Make no mistake, an evolved Scorpio is the most dangerous entity in the entire zodiac, but not for the reasons the world thinks. They are not dangerous because they are chasing vengeance, planning a calculated downfall, or nursing an old grievance. They are dangerous because they have mastered the one thing most human beings surrender to: restraint. They have discovered how to hold a raging fire in their bare hands without burning, and how to walk through absolute chaos without losing a single drop of their calm. And if you think that quiet makes them harmless, you are playing a very dangerous game. Just because a Scorpio has learned how to cage their inner demon doesn't mean they forgot how to use it. So, do not mistake their silence for weakness, and do not try your luck on this one. Stay with me until the very end of this journey, because the final, hidden power of a completely healed Scorpio will shock you. It is not what you expect, and once you witness it, you will never look at the sign of the Scorpion the same way again. There is something intensely sacred, almost terrifyingly beautiful, about the way a Scorpio shifts when they finally step out of their own darkness. An evolved Scorpio moves differently now, slower, more deliberate, like every single step has a multi-dimensional purpose. They have stopped needing to prove their loyalty to people who were never loyal to them, and they have completely outgrown the urge to chase validation from the very souls that once doubted their worth. This isn't because they are bitter, it is because they have mastered the art of detachment. They don't hate you for what you did to them. Hate requires an investment of energy, and Scorpio is no longer funding your drama. They just see you now. They see the precise lesson you were meant to teach them. They close the book, and that is enough. Their strength is no longer found in dominating a room or controlling a narrative. It is found in their unshakable stillness. They can walk into an environment thick with tension, feel the emotional chaos swirling around them, and still consciously choose silence. That is real power. When you possess the exact words needed to burn a bridge to the ground, but instead, you silently build a boundary and walk away without looking back. Pop astrology calls this mysterious energy. But it isn't mystery, it is mastery. They have conquered their impulses, their triggers, and their own devouring darkness. They used to drown in the ocean of their intense feelings. Now, they swim through them like old, familiar waters. They know their own depths, and once you map your own hell, no one can ever use it as a weapon against you. The Three Metamorphoses of the Scorpion. To truly understand the weight of an evolved Scorpio, we must look at the brutal, multi-tiered spiritual alchemy they must endure. Scorpio is the only sign in the zodiac that possesses three distinct evolutionary archetypes. They do not just grow, they entirely mutate. Stage 1. The base Scorpion. The first stage is the one the world fears and writes memes about, the base Scorpion. In this primitive frequency, the soul operates purely on survival, paranoia, and instinct. The unhealed Scorpio senses threat everywhere. When they are hurt, their immediate compulsive reaction is to lash out with their venomous tail. They believe that control equals safety. They collect secrets like ammunition, and they bleed inside from wounds they refuse to let heal. If you cross a stage 1 Scorpio, they want you to hurt the exact way they hurt. They will burn the entire house down just to ensure you breathe the smoke. It is an exhausting, reactive existence governed entirely by the ego's fear of betrayal. Stage 2. The Golden Eagle. But if the soul survives its own poison, it evolves into the second stage, the Golden Eagle. Here, the Scorpio develops wings. They pull themselves out of the dirt and fly high above the emotional landscape. From this bird's eye view, they develop immense intellect, sharp observation, and strategic brilliance. The eagle does not sting blindly anymore. They watch. They see the chessboard of human psychology clearly. However, the eagle still carries a hidden burden. While they no longer seek petty revenge, they still seek dominance. They protect their vulnerability by remaining superior, looking down on those who hurt them with a cold, intellectual contempt. They are powerful, yes, but their heart is still wrapped in silver armor. Stage 3. The Phoenix. Finally, through an experience of total ego death usually triggered by a profound heartbreak or a massive life crisis, the eagle willingly dives back into the fire to become the phoenix. The phoenix is the ultimate, fully evolved frequency of the 8th house. The phoenix has nothing left to prove, no enemies to defeat, and no pride to protect. They have completely incinerated their need to control others. They realize that the true battlefield was never outside, it was within. When a Scorpio reaches the phoenix stage, they don't look down on humanity like the eagle, nor do they strike like the scorpion. They look at the world with ancient, deeply compassionate eyes, because they recognize that everyone is fighting a hard battle against their own shadows. The Anatomy of an X. How the Phoenix treats the past. Let us ground this high spiritual concept into a raw, real-world scenario. How does a fully evolved Stage 3 Phoenix deal with an ex-partner? Especially one who betrayed their trust, lied to them, or walked away when things got dark. If you expect an evolved Scorpio to stalk your social media, show up at your doorstep, or send you long toxic paragraphs at midnight, you are living in the past. The Phoenix operates on a completely different psychological plane. When an unhealed Scorpio is heartbroken, they might try to make you jealous, post cryptic messages, or meticulously plot a way to make you regret losing them. But when the Phoenix closes a chapter, the door doesn't just lock, the entire wall seals shut. Imagine bumping into them at a local coffee shop 6 months after a brutal breakup. A lesser soul would expect tension, cold glares, or an awkward avoidance of eye contact. But the evolved Scorpio will look at you, smile gently, and ask how you are doing with absolute genuine calmness. There is no hidden malice in their voice. There is no passive-aggressive undertone. And that is exactly what makes it so terrifying. You look into their eyes, searching for a flicker of the old passion, a spark of anger, or even a hint of lingering resentment, anything to prove that what you had together still matters to them. But you will find absolutely nothing. Their eyes are as clear and still as a mountain lake. They have treated you the way a surgeon treats a tumor. You were surgically, cleanly removed from their emotional matrix. They don't wish you bad luck. In fact, they genuinely hope you find happiness. But they have completely revoked your access to their energy. You could tell them you are getting married, or that your life is falling apart, and their emotional baseline would not shift by a single millimeter. You are no longer a character in their story. You have been downgraded to a closed footnote in a book they finished reading a long time ago. They don't need to block your number or delete your photos out of anger. They keep them there because the memories simply no longer have any power to move them. The staccato climax, the untouchable force. This evolved version of Scorpio did not come cheap. They had to pay for it in blood, ashes, and tears. They had to die for this level of peace over and over again. They had to sit in the heavy silence of isolation long enough to learn that their inner sovereignty was worth more than a hollow apology. And through that agonizing furnace, they became something entirely different. Not cold, not bitter, just divinely grounded. You cannot manipulate them anymore. They read your true intentions before you even speak. You cannot tempt them with chaos. They have already made a lasting peace with solitude. You cannot trigger their jealousy. They know exactly what they bring to the table, and they are entirely willing to eat alone if the company doesn't respect their frequency. When toxic people call them cold, the evolved Scorpio just smiles, because they understand that it isn't coldness, it is clarity. It is the ultimate realization that love without respect is a parasite, and that not every transient soul deserves front-row access to their sanctuary. And here it is, the final, untouchable power of an evolved Scorpio. It isn't revenge, it isn't control, it is grace. It is the staggering ability to know they possess the exact truth that could destroy you, and consciously choosing to let it go. It is looking directly at someone who betrayed them, seeing their flaws, and still genuinely wishing them peace. Anyone can react, anyone can scream, fight, and strike back with a poisonous sting. But only a truly evolved soul can stand completely unmoved in the center of the fire, look at their enemy with eyes of compassion, and walk away leaving karma to do all the talking.